Hey, what's up? It's Brian G, the EVOG, and I'm out here in National Harbor, Maryland, with our friends at Fisker for the Maryland Fisker Ocean Test Drive. And here's one of our test drive vehicles, beautiful Big Sur Blue, sitting on 22s, beautiful 22-inch wheels here. And we actually have a live prospect inside the vehicle. She's all masked up and getting the walkthrough of the Fisker Ocean 1. The folks that are actually doing these test drives, there are 4 of them, and they're actually not Tesla employees. This is a marketing firm, but they are extremely well trained and seem to know these vehicles inside and out. And it's kind of cool that these cars aren't being shipped on trucks. These folks are actually driving them from location to location. And this weekend they're here at National Harbor, Maryland, to see how many butts they can get in seat. Over here, we've got the beautiful Horizon Gray. This one looks to be an Extreme or a 1 because it does have the teal brake calipers and another live butt in seat. Horizon Gray really is a beautiful color. Depending on the light that you're catching it in, this thing will look gray, blue, or even green. And you see folks stopping to check it out because the Fisker Ocean really does look awesome. At some point here, I'm definitely going to talk to one of these folks who've done a test drive to get their perspective on the vehicle. We've got a bunch of folks hanging out here and another Horizon Gray here for folks to take a look at. I'm going to talk to one of the folks here that just came out of a test drive. So, sir, what's your name?
Albert.
Albert. Brian G, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I saw you just came out of the Horizon Gray Fisker Ocean over there. Did you come out here specifically to test drive this car?
No, I just came out to go to the harbor to shop, and I saw the sign, and I've read about the company and their I guess fully sustainable aspect of it. So I was interested to check it out and see what it's all about. That's why I'm here.
Okay. And what was your impression of the Fisker Ocean? Actually, before you answer that question, are you an EV owner or driver today?
I drive a manual 2005 Subaru Impreza.
Nice, nice.
So this is something completely different from what I'm used to.
Have you driven an EV prior to today?
First time, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's my
Have you been in one?
I've been in one, seen one, not really driven one before.
Okay. And what was that? Was that a Tesla?
It was a Tesla. One of my wife's best friend owns one. I think it was a Model Y.
Okay. Now, you didn't have your family in the Fisker with you?
No, just my daughter. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I didn't want
so what was your impression based on your test drive?
Based on my test drive, especially coming from a manual operated vehicle, definitely different, especially the braking system. Something I might have to get used to if I do own one, the regenerative braking system that they have.
Do you know if it was set to high?
It was set to high.
It was,
yes,
okay.
It was set to high. So maybe if I can set it to low. I didn't apply during the test drive. Maybe it might be a little different as far as experience goes.
Okay.
Coming from a combustion engine, there's no lag, there's no turbo spool having to reach a certain RPM. I like that aspect of it. It didn't really give me the luxurious vibe, but from the research I've done, they're going more to the whole protecting the earth. So,
okay, good.
I mean, I like it. It's not cheap looking.
So a lot of those materials, not a lot, they are sustainable sustainably sourced materials, right?
Okay.
This vehicle has 110 pounds of sustainable materials that make up the interior, right? So it's not going to have the same feel as,
Mercedes
a
or
Lexus
BMW.
or a
Right.
Mercedes with
Right.
Napa leather and stuff like that. It's vegan leather is what they call it.
Vegan leather. Oh,
And
okay. My daughter liked it. She said
yeah,
she loves the fabric. I'm like, okay.
did they show you guys California mode where
Yes,
all
they
the
did.
windows
They
roll
did.
down?
That was pretty cool. I thought that was really awesome. But
What
it's
about
awesome.
Hollywood mode?
Hollywood, yes, yes, they did also
Okay,
show that to me. That was pretty cool. All right,
right.
yeah, it did feel good. The
Yeah,
driving experience definitely was, definitely different. I mean, overall, I'd say I'd give it a 7.9 out of 10. The experience, you know, it's I haven't driven much of these, but from my overall experience, I would give it that
cool.
for a first timer.
Well,
So,
listen, man, I really appreciate you spending a little bit of time just talking to me about your experience.
mhm.
And as an investor, I'm right there with you. Fingers crossed
Yeah,
that whether it's Nissan or some other OEM,
yeah.
they get
Oh
the
yeah,
cash they need
right.
to, keep this journey going. So we'll
Okay.
see.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, and hopefully it all works out.
Cool. Hey, Ty. Thanks for taking a couple minutes here.
No problem.
So tell me about your role. You're part of the Maryland Tesla Owners Organization.
So for me, I am the social media director for Maryland Tesla Owners Group.
Okay.
We have about 5,000 members deep and growing every day. So I handle more of the social engagements, building relationships with different vendors, making sure that our group is communicating with those upcoming social events, etc. So I'm the kind of the guy with the mouth, I should say. And that's what I do.
Cool. Now, you're an EV owner.
Yep.
What type of EV do you have?
So I have a Tesla Model Y Performance,
What year?
2023.
Awesome. Great car.
Great car, yeah.
What brings you to this event?
So just know what the competition has, what's out there, what is to come. Of course, it's always good to have good, healthy competition. So that's why I'm here, learning about other products out there besides just Tesla.
All right. Did you drive the Fisker Ocean?
I rode in it.
Okay.
I was rode with two other people in the car, and got the experience from the back seat.
What were your impressions?
It's a great car. I would say from a structural mechanical standpoint, solid. It does definitely have great pickup. The one that we're in was the Fisker Ocean Extreme, I believe. So it had all the
Okay.
frills and thrills, and it had the solar roof and the California mode and the Hollywood mode, and all the frills and thrills from a fully equipped Fisker Ocean.
Yeah, to hear a Model Y performance owner say the pickup and performance was good,
Yeah,
that's meaningful.
yeah, absolutely. It's I would say from a software standpoint, there's some area of opportunity. Yeah, I would say from my point, I'm on my third EV. So from
What were the other two?
Model Ys, I drive a lot. My motto is have plug, will travel. So I'm always on the go.
All right, so I got to ask you
Yeah,
one other question before we
absolutely.
wrap. Last Thursday, I think, was a seminal moment in this EV transition
Oh yeah.
with Tesla opening up the supercharging network.
Oh yeah.
As a Tesla owner, how do you feel about that?
I think it's good. I think it just gives us an opportunity as Tesla owners to talk to non-Tesla owners and giving everybody a fair shot at, experiencing the Tesla supercharging network as a whole. I think that, some people gripe about, you're going to be taking up spaces, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that. Listen, it doesn't bother me because I charge at home. So I got my own plug, I'm charging at home. Do I really use supercharging network a lot? Once a week. So for me, as a Tesla owner, I think it's great. It gives an opportunity for people that need that infrastructure in place to transition and follow the mission to sustainable energy. So I'm all for it. I don't have any problems with it at all.
Awesome. Well, listen, man, I appreciate the perspective.
Absolutely.
How does the Fisker Ocean look just fitting in a regular parking lot with all the other vehicles? Kind of stands out, doesn't it? Hi, Karen.
Hi, Brian.
So today is the last day for you guys here for the Fisker test drives at Tanger Outlets at National Harbor in
Yep.
Maryland. How's it been?
Oh, the response has been amazing, actually. This has probably been our busiest city. We've had a lot of happy participants, a lot of EV owners that, wanted to make some comparison, a lot of excited reservation holders that, wanted to get, finally get a chance to actually sit inside and really experience Ocean. And so far, all of the feedback we've been getting has been just positive. Everyone's been loving their test drive, smiles, when they come back. So it's been a wonderful experience and very successful event here in National Harbor.
That's great. Now, yesterday, unlike today, which has been perfect, mid 60s, upper 60s today.
Beautiful.
Yesterday was rain most of the day.
Oh my gosh, it was rain, through most of the day, probably till early afternoon. Just not the best weather, but we had the busiest day yesterday because there were so many excited Fisker enthusiasts. So they didn't care that the weather was bad, and it was actually kind of fun, I think, for them, because they get to really experience the all-wheel drive with the wet roads. So
oh, that's right, you get to get a feel for how it handles on
exactly
wet roads.
Yeah, but the bad weather did not deter anybody. So it was great.
Now, you told me that you guys are actually driving these vehicles from city to city. So it's not like they're on trucks and you guys, what's that experience like? Because you get to drive the Fisker Ocean, all the different trims yourself.
The drive has actually been amazing. The drive from Nashville has actually been pretty amazing. We've got to load up the vehicles too, so really have gotten to test the cargo capacity, range as well. And we've been finding that the range has been pretty accurate. I mean, considering how loaded up these vehicles are, because we have to load up all of the event assets, plus our own luggage and ourselves. But it's been an incredible road trip.
What about charging? Any issues charging?
No issues charging. We have called it kind of the unofficial Walmart charging tour because the routes that we've been taking, there happen to be Electrify America stations that have the fast chargers. That they're in Walmart. So it's been very convenient. Yeah, overall the experience on the drive has been amazing, and it's gotten us to appreciate the vehicles even more because they're so fun to drive. So it's been
and it helps inform you guys to be able to better communicate it to all the people trying them.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are people comparing these cars to?
A lot of people are comparing them to their Teslas. On looks, they've been comparing them to a Range Rover. So more of that, like upscale look. But I think that's probably the major comparison is with Tesla.
Yeah, it does look like a little Range Rover Evoque, so I can totally see that. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Fisker's been in the news a lot lately. Has that been coming up with prospective buyers? Are they asking any questions about Fisker solvency and so on?
We've had a few people ask, but I think for the most part, everybody is just excited that the vehicle's out. The fact that we're doing this test drive, tour too, builds confidence. And so, after they're done with their test drive, then I think there's just more excitement about the vehicle.
Yeah. So. Cool. So you said started in Tennessee, now you're in Maryland. You're leaving tonight to go further up I-95 here. What's the rest of this look like for you before you get to go back home?
Well, we've got in the Philly area, and then we'll be going up, so in Blackwood, New Jersey, and then Cherry Hill,
New
area,
Jersey.
New
Yep.
Jersey, and then we'll be going up to the Boston area, so to Marlboro, and I'm probably not saying that
Okay.
right as a
Yeah.
local. And then we head to Chicago, so we'll be in Schaumburg, and then that'll be the end of the tour at the end of this month.
Cool. Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking a little bit of time. Best of luck on the rest of it. Here has been cool hanging out with you, talking to some of the prospective buyers that are taking test drives and so on.
Yeah,
So,
well, it's been great to meet you, and I'm so glad that you had stopped by twice. Well, and it's always great to meet, an excited Fisker Ocean owner. So thank you. We really appreciate you stopping by.
well, safe travels and good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
All right, so let's check in here with my man, Purcel.
Yes, yes, yes.
Known for the famous Tesla Model S with Nikola Tesla.
Airbrush. So the backstory is Tesla stopped making this, right? Because you have an older Tesla. And they asked a good question, why are we even making this hood liner that essentially suppresses fire in a car engine, right? That has flames. They stopped making this in 2016. And that right there, Brian, made me a YouTuber because nobody had this in their Tesla. Matter of fact, Tesla doesn't even make this anymore. So once I posted it on Instagram and on Facebook, it was an explosion. Like, oh my God, where'd you get that from? And I've been a YouTuber ever since. Struggling YouTuber.
Well, you are one of the people that inspired me to think about joining the conversation. That's specifically how I look at it, right?
Yes, thank you.
And what I think is really cool is, I've got my own perspective from which I'm coming to this, right? And that hopefully shows up in the content that I do.
I watch your videos.
And certainly looking at your channel.
Thank you.
So we haven't mentioned the channel yet. Tell people the name of your channel.
So the name of my channel is called officially Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you. Because when people used to chime in, I would say, obviously, this video wasn't for you. But they wasted their time watching it. And then they comment, you will get a lot of that. You probably get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So what I did was I kind of shortened it. It's like, now, please waste your time. But the fastest way for your viewers to click and subscribe, please, is just type in Don't Waste Your Time Tesla. But I religiously drop videos every Saturday morning, new content. There's no repeat. I'm proud in saying that. So I have over 270 videos.
That's awesome, man.
And if you could just please support, not only support me, but support a retired Army veteran. I served this country for 21 years. I'm trying to get 2 more subscribers, please.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure I tag your channel. And I appreciate you providing a little bit of mentorship when I was getting started and trying to figure out the editing and all of that. So,
and congratulations to you. Your channel is good, man. I subscribed to your channel the day you first started posting. So congratulations to you and your viewers, and check him out. He's good. He's great guy.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All right.